And good morning. It is Tuesday, it is the start of our new vlogging week. My name is Dan. I post videos on the internet and, well, I try and show people what my normal week kind of looks like. But today, we gotta go to Costco because my dad has run out of coffee, so he's like, come on, come and get me and we can go on in. So, we're going to Costco. So, right, like we said, we are going to pop into good old Co of Cost. We're going to get some stuff there. And then I think I need to come back because I need to actually get some stuff done here. So, we'll just see. But we'll just jump to Costco now. Well, now we're actually just waiting around for my old papa to turn up. Because of my back, I cannot lift these up. So, he's walking around here somewhere. He's with my mum. So they could be a while, literally be a while. So what do we got? it. Where are we going? Where are we looking? Because they were over that way, but I'll just have to wait by here. I'll sing to myself. Now these are some barbecue ribs. How much? Oof. Oof. Well, I've long been up. I actually got a knock on the door, which I had to come down because I completely forgot I was having this delivered. Yeah, I got a new bed. And I completely just overslept a little bit. But we're going to have to try and get this up there. And it's not going to be easy because this one back here, as you can see, it's actually quite light, that one is. But this one... yeah, I'm not even going to try that because I don't want to do my back in. But yes, we have a new bed. So, ooh, that's what I like. But before we do that, though, we're going to have our morning brew. Oh, we need to have a morning brew. Otherwise, you'll start the day just feeling shitty, you know? Well, I have just finished Beetlejuice. Absolutely great film. Sadly, I didn't get to see it in the cinema, which does kind of suck because obviously I'm a huge Beetlejuice and Tim Burton fan. But yeah, finally watched it now and I absolutely loved it. So good. I do wish, like I said, I saw it in the cinema. But it is actually Thursday afternoon at 3:30 in the afternoon, and it's been a bit of a weird week. You know, we haven't really done a lot this week. I went and bought a new bed. That came yesterday, which obviously has already been in here. But tomorrow, Friday, we are seeing Terrifier 3. And I cannot wait. And I will be recording my straight out the theatre reaction because I am so looking forward to this film. And I cannot wait to see it. Especially with all the news and everything else that people are passing out. They're being sick. They're leaving. They're screaming and they need to get out of there. That is one thing that gets me so hyped for a horror film. You know what? Let's just move straight into Friday. Well, we're here now. We're at Odeon. We're going to go and see it. I'm so excited. I haven't been as excited for a film in years. Fingers crossed it's good. Well, straight out of the theatre, Terrifier 3 is incredible. Holy shit. So much happens in this film. There's so much gore. It's just full on, man. It's absolutely incredible. Damien Leone has done his masterpiece. 100%. The guy has just done one of the best horror films ever. And I'd probably actually go out of my way and state this is possibly now my #1 horror film of all time, which is a big f***ing take. Especially since my favorite Halloween horror film and everything else has always been Halloween 1978. That one has always been my #1. But this one, holy hell. Perfect. Well, let me tell you a little story about Terrifier 3. If you've seen the first 2 Terrifier movies, you know that they are gore, gore, gore. And with the second one, there was a lot of talk around the bedroom scene, which a lot of people were like, oh, Damien Leone and Art the Clown, they're misogynistic, they're this, they're that. Well, I think they've kind of put the nail in the coffin for that one, because with this one, everyone gets it. And it's not just the women, where a lot of people were like, oh, the women are always getting killed in these, blah, blah, blah. But that's the horror way. That's the horror tradition in all of the horror films that have come before. It's always a damsel in distress, because that is what plays on people's psyches. But with this one, when the trailer was first released a couple of months ago, obviously, the main thing that everyone was like is, oh my god, is he going to kill that little girl? Well, yeah. And it's not just one, not even 2, not even 3, not even 4, not even 5. In this film, I'm probably going to say that because there's one part which is an explosion, at least 10 are gone. It's absolutely insane. And the way it's done with such finesse in this movie that everyone in the theatre that I was in, which was packed out, first time I've seen a horror film packed out here in the UK for years. Especially an independent movie. But, obviously, it's going to get it because of people going around saying, oh, he does this to so many kids or whatever. But one of the best things about this is that me and my mates, we went and we actually saw Art the Clown outside. I'm going to put a photo here. And the thing is, we were asking a number of people who were going to the same screening as us, have you seen the other ones? Have you seen the first 2 movies? And quite a few of them were like, no, we haven't. So my mate asked him, well, why are you coming to see this one then? This is number 3. Because we've seen on the internet that people have been storming out, they've been sick and all this kind of stuff, which got them intrigued. And with that that is marketing you cannot buy. There's scenes in this film that will make even the most hardcore horror fan go, ooh, and wince. Especially the shower sequence, which guarantee it will go down in the history of horror as possibly top 3, maybe top 2 ultimate kill of all time. It is that insane. And when I say this, if you've seen it, you know that it's absolutely just butt clenching. It really is. Just because it's something that he does with a chainsaw as well, which is absolutely insane. But with this one, Damien Leone seems to have made his actual masterpiece. I thought him setting it at Christmas was a bit like, oh, here we go, it's a bit of a gimmick, this, that and the other. But it actually works out extremely well, and everything is tied in. Especially with some of the earlier kills where it's like, again, that's how we can get in, that's how we can do it. But it was absolutely spectacular. But there's just so much going on with this film. It just makes the entire series go, oh, okay, they actually got a story to tell. So obviously what this whole thing started off with, in the first one, when he was first just being shown, All Hallows Eve, Ninth Circle and stuff, and his little short film, he was just a serial killer. That's all he was. But with Terrifier, with what he was doing, he got the attention of this demon. So now in Terrifier 2, when he got killed, that's what gave him the power, was the entity which this demon took over in the second film as the little pale girl. Sadly, she's not back in this one, but the demon in this one takes over Victoria, which is the girl from the first film where Art just extremely just disfigures her. We've all seen the photos. This one. And the way it's gone about it now, this demon is in her. And they want to take over the world, obviously. They want to pass over into this world. And the way they can do that, Art can kill people, and she'll just go, well, not she, but the demon will go from body to body to find the most powerfulest one until they're done. Sienna, the main girl, the final girl. Lauren Lavera, top star for this film. She was so good in it. And when you look forward and see, right, okay, where's this going to go? She's going to have some kind of prowess. It just glows off her, you know? And it's just mesmerizing watching it, because it's like, wow, we haven't seen a final girl like this since, you know what? The best way to describe Lauren Lavera's Sienna Shaw in this one is Laurie Strode from the original Halloween, so Jamie Lee Curtis, mixed with Sydney Neve Campbell from the Scream films. Those two together, and this is what you got. She is the ultimate final girl. What I love about this is that it's going to make so much money. We are going to be getting a lot more independent filmmakers thinking, I can put a film out there. If it's good enough and it's got enough buzz behind it, it can go far. Because, let's face it, at this moment in time, Hollywood is just a superhero landscape filled with remakes or rehashes of films that are long gone. And sometimes the films they're remaking are absolutely shit. So seeing this, it's going to make a lot more filmmakers go, if I can raise my film budget, I'll do it. And with Terrifier 3, Damien Leone, he did an interview, and he shopped it round to like 10 or 11 film companies, and they were like, yeah, okay, we can make this, but first of all, you've got to cut out the entire beginning, which is the slaughter of a family. And he was like, no, this is the film, this is my film. And they're like, oh, well, we can't make it then, you'd have to go find somewhere else. So he did. So he went and got the money himself, which, bravo to Mr. Leone. This is the one that will make him just huge. It will. It wouldn't surprise me if he starts getting directing gigs for other horror films. But one thing I don't want to see happen, I don't want to see Terrifier series or even Art the Clown get watered down. Because if he gets watered down, that is the end of the franchise. Guarantee it. We don't want to see him go to like Lionsgate or New Line Cinema or whatever and be like, oh, you can have violence, but you can't have this violence. That just takes away from Art the Clown, because that is what Art the Clown is known for. Being a mime and just one of the most batshit insanity gore-filled franchises. But now, thankfully, we now have a story with it. And the only place I can see this going, like I was saying, with Sienna going down into hell to find her little cousin, we're going to get some Hellraiser level, just lore and gore, and I cannot wait. While we're on this subject, let me give you an update on this. So in last week's vlog, I gave a little thing about that van over there that was housing a dog. Well, I'm glad to say, since all that happened, the dog has not been in the van, which is amazing to see, because when you just put a dog in a van like that and you're just shoving him out of the way, what has the dog done? The dog has done nothing to anyone. But with that, like I said, it's being taken care of, thank God. They haven't put the dog in the van. There's been no barking. There's been barking in the garden, which, like I said, you can hear, but... So the dog's been back in the house, back in the garden. There's been nothing else going on, which is just absolutely bliss. Seeing that the dog was locked in the van, let's say for 4 hours, that really grinded my gears, because I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you putting a dog in a van? And it's been nice and sunny as well. Obviously last week it was crazy how hot it was, and being in the back of a van, nah, don't do it. But I have spoken to my neighbour, the one who went over and spoke with him as well about the dog, and that's when he took him back in the house. He's like, I'm keeping an eye, Dan, don't worry. So that's good to know.